So, Van Duzel, how was your game week? Should I even ask?
Oh no, I wish you wouldn't ask. Actually, I mean, I'm a terrible manager, guys. I'm not trying to fool anyone about being this fantastic FPL manager. Forget top 4 FPL. I'm not even top 4 million FPL. I mean, nothing I do works. If I buy Xhaka, Saka will score. If I buy Saka, Xhaka will score, and so on and so on.
Don't worry about it, man. It's still the early days. We've still got a whole season ahead of us.
No, I mean, who are you fooling? I mean, you can fool some of the people part of the time, and you can fool part of the people some of the time, but then you'll be fooling yourself all of the time.
I think we're done. We're done. Stop dancing. Come on.
Sorry.
Yo, wicked top 4 FPL. Welcome.
Welcome to Top 4 FPL, the Fantasy Premier League.
Now it's time for Gollum of the McAliister.
What?
Gollum of the McAliister.
But I thought we were going to talk about Liverpool Man City.
Yeah, we are. We're going to talk about that towards the end of the show. But first, we're going to pick our Gollums of the McAliister.
All right, then.
Gollum of the McAliister.
Oh, yeah, the Gollum of the McAliister. We have to pick our Gollums of the McAliister.
Why didn't we talk about this before we started the show? Who's Gollum?
Yeah,
of the
why weren't
McAliister?
we briefed?
Are you sure this is like a football program?
Well, yeah, we don't rehearse this show. We come up with ideas and then we just go along with the ideas. Last week, 2 episodes ago, we did the Fantasy Premier League Players of the Week, and now we're doing.
I thought we were going to do that every week. So are we changing it to Gollum of the McAliister? What's that?
This week we want to choose players that have screwed us up, screwed us over, who've affected our scores badly.
Right. No, I understand now. Yeah, Gollum of the McAliister. Right. I can pick you the top 2 players I think look like Gollum. That's probably Fernandez and Aubameyang.
Funny, have you got your Gollum of the McAliister for this week? Who's your Gollum?
Yeah, I do. Do you want the funny answer or the serious answer?
Just the Gollum answer.
The
seriously funny one.
Right. My Gollum of the McAliister this week, even though I didn't have him, he affected my player, Adama Traore. I bought Costa, but every time Costa made a run, he didn't give it through. And I actually saw Costa kicking the floor, getting angry. If I was Costa, I would tear up a new...
Sparky, who's your Gollum of the McAliister?
Yeah, so my Gollum of the McAliister is going to be Jesus. Last week, you know, they had a blinder. And then this week, they had Leeds, who was supposed to be a reasonably easy kind of thing. And he's due a goal. And he's still...
You sell him, he's going to score a hat-trick.
Van Duzel, who's your Gollum of the McAliister?
Oh, flipping it. My Gollum of the McAliister. Do you know what my Gollum of the McAliister is?
Your whole team?
No, it's one of my goalies, Sanchez. I hate him. I hate Sanchez. No, seriously, man. Flipping it. He's supposed to be like this brilliant keeper that everybody's like going on about Sanchez. Oh, yeah. Why has everyone got Sanchez? He hasn't got me more than 1 point. He's rubbish. They play Brentford. They lose 2-0. Yeah. And then he doesn't even make a save. It's like, what? I haven't even seen a keeper that's never made a save in the game. But because I've got Sanchez, I'm not just blaming him. All of my team is Gollum of the McAliister, apart from Harry Kane. And everyone else is a Gollum. Come on. Whoever I buy is going to be Gollum. I mean, I don't know why you're picking on McAliister. I haven't even got him.
McAliister was the first name that came into my head. Just assume it.
I should be Gollum of Sanchez.
Should we have this slot next week? I don't know.
Oh, gosh.
As you can see, we don't rehearse this show. We're not rehearsed. We barely watch the games. No, we do watch the games. We're going to. Yeah. Well, my Gollum of the McAliister is not a player. It's Conte. Tottenham Conte.
Is that even allowed? Is that allowed in the rules of the McAliister?
There are no ruls in Gollum of the McAliister.
He was the best midfielder in the world last season.
No, the reason that I picked Conte is because I picked Sessegnon, and when I sell him, he plays him. If I sub him, he plays him. But then when I play him, he brings on Perisic, and then doesn't bring him on at all.
Brilliant. Yeah, I must say Perisic played very well yesterday.
He did.
Perisic played really well yesterday. And
yeah, do you know why? Because I sold him last week. That's why.
And he played dirty. He's one of my Gollums as well, Doherty, because he played yesterday and he got a clean sheet. I didn't have him.
He almost scored as well.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. All right. So with all the Gollums out of the way and off our chest, let's have a look at the league tables.
Yeah, and before we do have a look at the league tables, a shout out to everybody that signed up to subscribe to our channel. Subscribe down below, right there.
All 30 of you.
Also,
We
join
love
our
you.
fantasy football league. We love you all.
Yes.
Feel the love. Feel the love. Join us.
Yeah, thanks to everybody who subscribed this week. And also hit that notification bell and follow us on Twitter while you're at it. But yeah, let's have a look at the top 4 FPL current position. The tables haven't been updated yet.
And as you can see, there's a lot of red arrows in the top 10, and that probably because Liverpool shackled the back at Haaland.
Yes, I love it.
But it's not
That's
really.
amazing.
It's because we have a new player. Player in the form of FPL Nerds, MJ.
Go away. Go away. We don't want you in our league. No.
He comes in straight in at number 1.
I'm not playing.
With FPL Nerds, MJ. Managed by Muhammad Ali from Romania. So not
just
only
always comes in the top. It's not fair. We're literally all 4 of us are bottom, and it's our show. Go away. No, you're not allowed to join our league like that. No, we're top 4 FPL, not you. We're going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Join underneath us. What's his name? FPL Nerds. You're rubbish. I'm going to beat you.
I'm going to beat you.
Are you really a Wolf supporter? Write in our comments. What's his name? Mr.
Muhammad Ali.
Mr. Muhammad Ali. Muhammad, write in the comments box. Are you really a Wolf supporter? We would like to know. And have you got Diego Hostas?
He does not. He has Nori in his team. And to have him in your team, you probably really need to be a Wolf supporter because I don't think anyone else has got him in his team.
Yeah. How do people buy players like Solanke? I don't understand. If I bought Solanke, he'd get sent off. He'd be injured. He'd get -4.
He'd get 2 yellow cards and get sent off.
Yeah, Mohammed, maybe you should make a show called Top 4 FPL.
Yeah, and we said we love you. We lied. No, I'm just joking. We love you all. Carry on.
Shall we have a look at who's bottom place at the moment? Let's have a look at CEO's team. Glory of Alpinson.
Like Sparky said, the tables haven't been updated yet. I'm currently on 55 points. But as I mentioned earlier, thanks to Conte, Sessegnon didn't play, which means Van Dijk comes on.
What about Mendy?
Mendy also didn't play, which means Pope comes on. So I've got an additional 14 points. So I'll finish the week on 69 points, which
well done.
Will be a green arrow this week. But the most important thing is Mount scored 2. And Mount is 3 bonus points.
He did.
So
Go on, Mount.
Last week he had a couple of assists. This week he turned those 2 assists into 2 goals. So
yeah, that was a good pick for you, Mason Mountain. Yeah.
Yeah, very mounted.
And that's my team for this week.
Yeah,
that was a good team actually. I said last time that you had quite a original team, and yeah, that worked. Yeah.
Wicked. Okay, so top hopping hammers. Go on, Oscar. Tell us what you
topping crammers. Wicked.
I think I've done one of the best in the Premier League in total because my subs got almost as much as I did on the pitch. had I got them to play as well or bench boosted it, I think I would have whacked the Clooney's.
That would have been a brilliant bench boost.
I got 32 points on the bench, which I could have had. Bloody
that is
hell.
sucky.
Yeah, so it's like you didn't really get any points this week.
Yeah.
And Billing scored for you again.
He assisted.
But what I mean is he scored. He got you points. He got you points on the scoreboard.
He's been getting me points almost every week, and nobody's buying him. I'm so happy.
Interesting thing about Billing, I watched the Bournemouth game, and he is quite a good player.
Yeah, he is. He's definitely their best player.
And Oscar was saying that the moment he buys Haaland will stop scoring. So that's true as well, guys.
Yes.
So anyone out there who got that tip from us and sold Haaland because Oscar bought him, then well done.
Well done.
Yes.
Van, you've changed the name of your team.
Oh yeah, I've decided now that I love fantasy league so much and I want to play it. And the only facility that works sometimes, because without losing points, the only thing I can do is change the name of my team, and it's for free. You don't lose any points for doing that. So yeah, this week I changed the name to Schematrix Reloaded. It was the only way I could incorporate Scamacca's name into anything.
I'm assuming you've captained Scamacca then.
Yes, exactly. Because I'm excited about Scamacca.
Oh, wow.
I captained him. But just don't buy the ones that are on this screen because they're the ones that aren't going to perform, because that's what happens. I don't really resonate on the same frequency as the Fantasy Premier League. So whichever frequency I'm on is going to resonate the opposite way. So my score's crap. It's the first time I've seen it. I haven't looked at it. It's the first time I've seen my team this week. And I've got 38 and I'm going home. See you later.
Where you going? Come back.
Sparky, let's have a look at your team.
Oh, great. You know what? I kind of, I'm sharing the sentiments of Van Duzel with the Sanchez thing. It's like I keep
lower than me. I'm so happy.
Alternating between Sanchez and Pope. Stop being happy. Stop being happy at my misery.
Yeah,
I interchange between Sanchez and Pope. When I put on Sanchez, Pope scores. When I put on Pope, Sanchez scores, as in points.
Yeah.
How the hell do Newcastle keep a clean sheet against Man United at Old Trafford? How does that happen? It doesn't happen ever. But it happens now because I put Sanchez. You know what? Yeah, Sanchez.
Yeah.
So if you look at my bench, if you look at it, it's almost as many reds there as the arrows I've got in recent weeks.
You're doomed next week.
Somebody call the ambulance quickly.
Basically, this is actually the injury table at each club. So this is where all the players come for their injury.
Next week you're doomed because Arsenal ain't playing either.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, I brought James in at the beginning of the week because everyone says, oh, beat the price drop and the rise and all that nonsense. When I do that, my player gets injured. That's why I always leave it last minute and I take the thing here.
I've never seen that before. Yeah, and your Darwinian came on as a sub.
Yeah, he came on as a sub. He actually played really well, apart from his decision-making but all great teams have that fire player, the one who's going to take the hit for the team. And when Liverpool were at their most potent in the last few years, Robbo was that guy. He was the one.
Robertson is one of the best players in the world. I would say he's one of the best left backs on the planet.
Yeah, and I saw that again today in him, and it was beautiful. And in Klopp, really and even Salah had it today.
Wow. He was on fire.
That passion he had in his face, he hasn't had that in his face for a long time.
So he might be one of the players to start targeting now, actually, for managers. Salah.
Yeah, it may be the right time to buy Salah. And Sparky's absolutely right. One of the main reasons Liverpool doing so well in previous seasons was because Robbo was connecting really well with Mane on the left wing. Mane may have gone, but Robbo, even when Mane was here, him and Mane had dipped in form. So that has been one of the main factors, in my opinion, of why Liverpool weren't doing as well as they could have been. Last week, I said that if with the clock behind them and the players, they needed to be hyped up for this game and it could be a marker for the season. And they put in that performance. I predicted on Twitter that Liverpool would win 2-0. And if Nunez had any brains in his head, that he would squared it across to Carvalho, squared it across to Salah, and it could have been more than 2-0, basically. But yeah. Last week, we also talked about Van Dijk and Haaland and who would come out on top in that. Van Dijk had a really crucial interception today, but Gomez didn't even need Van Dijk. Gomez,
what a player!
Basically handled him, man of the match. Great,
definitely. What a performance!
See whether Klopp keeps him in the team. Everybody was hyped up for the game from the first minute, and it was a brilliant performance from the whole team.
I actually felt the excitement in Klopp's face. It was so amazing that I
put your hands on his face.
Very.
You felt it from his face.
I did. I actually felt like touching his face to feel the energy. It was wow. Well done, Klopp. That was
another thing I'd like to mention. I don't know if it's something that people tend to talk about on these after shows of the game. Bernardo Silva didn't mention it. Guardiola didn't mention it. None of the panel, Carragher or Micah Richards or any of them, none of them mentioned it. That before the disallowed goal where they were contesting Fabinho's shirt pull, which was a shirt pull, no one mentioned that a corner wasn't given to Liverpool for the Ederson save.
Yeah.
And from that goal kick, it led to the goal. From that goal kick, they led to the goal. And no one mentioned it. So, karma. Okay, with all that done and out of the way, let's have a look at next week's teams.
Yes. I have done 2 transfers this week, but I've only done 1.
Trance first.
Shall I explain? I've done 2 transfers. I've only done 1. I don't know if you guys can understand what I mean by that.
I think you did a buy 2, put 1 back scheme.
Yes,
is that what it was?
That's exactly what happened. I bought 2, but I put 1 back.
You got Salah.
I sold Foden.
Is that one of our new rules?
I sold Foden.
Buy 2, put 1 back.
And then I bought Tielemans.
Who's not there?
Then I decided I should also buy Salah because I had enough money.
Right. So what happened to Tielemans?
After transferring and buying Tielemans, I accidentally sold Tielemans and bought Salah.
How? How did you accidentally?
I had a dumb moment. I accidentally done it. I've done an excellent transfer, but it cost me 4 points for no reason.
If anybody understands what Bunny's talking about, drop your comments below because I haven't got a clue.
And also, please drop in the comments box if any of you take his advice for his teams. This may not be the best week to do it, especially.
No, not this week. Thing is, I think I was a bit too, Yeah,
I think we should have a look at my team.
Yeah.
Coming in.
For this week, I've basically sold Reece James because unfortunately he's going to be out for quite a while and it looks like he's going to be missing the World Cup. So we wish him a speedy recovery because Reece James is a nice guy, great player.
Never scores when he's on my team.
Yeah, he scores when he's in mine, but he's also injured when he's in mine. So I transferred him out and I bought in Cucurella. Do you remember the episode we did with FPL Funny?
Under my Cucurella.
Yeah, Under my Cucurella. Under my Cucurella follows us on Twitter. And if you don't...
Oh, really?
Yeah, he follows us on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah,
nice one, Under my Cucurella. I laughed for about 4 days on your team. Really? Name of your team.
After I discovered him on fantasy football, he actually saw that and followed us.
I think so. Van Duzel's new team, the same team. Schematrix. Is that spelled properly or
Schematrix? Yes, you said it right. Schematrix, exactly. Okay. It's Scamacca, but if you try and mix Scamacca with anything, you can't. It's impossible. So I thought Schematrix. Yes.
Talk us through your team. What are you going to do for this week?
My team, my Gollum of the McAliister Sanchez, I hate him, is playing Nottingham Forest. This is his absolute last chance. If he can't get a clean sheet or a goal against Nottingham Forest, I'm going to put him away. No, seriously, I hate him, Sanchez. I hate my team. That's the first one I hate for this week.
I'm going to agree with you on that one.
Kilman, actually, he surprised me because I bought him as one of those players that I'm not going to play. And he's probably got more points than anyone else on my team. Kilman for 4.5 million. I might sell Haaland. Look, I love Haaland. I think he's brilliant. I think he's one of the best guys in the Premier League. But I don't want to play him anymore. It's just like, no, I'm not going to be one of the Haaland followers. Everyone's got him. And I think I'll probably sell him, inevitably, Haaland. It takes the fun out of the game having Haaland because if he scores, I'm not going to be happy. Everyone's got him anyway. So I'm going to put a player in his position that's going to make me happy when he scores.
We're going to pick a differential.
A differential because Haaland, if everyone's got him, it doesn't make a difference to anyone. So I just don't want him anymore. It's like basically it's like a blank player anyway every week for me, Haaland. And then I'll probably get someone like. Can we see what do you think is the best fixture for this week? Then what would you buy? Would you buy a Brighton player because they're playing Forest?
I was going to say.
Or would you made the best move there and bought Salah and captained them against West Ham? I think it's the perfect time to do that.
Exactly, and I think that Salah is the best option with the form he is in at the moment.
Don't copy my Nunez if you want. Don't copy my Nunez.
Yeah, because Oscar's bought him now. He's not going to do anything. Oscar's bought him.
Well, we'll have a look at who you've bought and see how they do in the next episode. Meanwhile, let's have a look at Sparky. Sparky, have you made your transfer?
Yeah, I've made my transfers and I've been to the wholesalers this week and taken a -8.
You went to
because if you remember from last week, I've got like the whole injury bench of all the clubs in my team.
Yes,
and that is just a continuation of even the previous week.
Yeah, so you have the A&E ward on your bench,
basically.
Look at your team.
Yes, and then also coupled with the Arsenal postponement, means otherwise I'm going to have like 8 players playing this week. So I have transferred out Martinelli and brought in Tossard, who I hope is going to score against Nottingham Forest. Come on, that's a no-brainer for this week.
Good choice.
This week. And then I brought in Thiago Silva because I also had Reece James. Oh, no, I didn't transfer him out for Reece. I transferred him out for Zinchenko because Zinchenko's being injured, but then he's injured, plus he's been postponed. So there's no chance he's going to play this week, even if, he wanted to play by himself, it's not going to happen. So I brought in Thiago for Zinchenko. Yes. And then I also transferred out Jesus because I said he's been the Gollum of my McAliister, Gollum of the McAliister for me this week. So, I feel like most weeks Jesus has been like that. So I've decided I'm going to transfer him out because he's not playing again this week. So I'm free of Jesus. I'm an unbeliever.
Actually, if you remember a few weeks ago, I said that the honeymoon was over for Jesus. And he just scored. He'd scored. I think it was at Brentford or he'd scored. And I said, it doesn't seem like he's playing as well as he was in previous games. And you said, why?
Yeah. And I feel like, because I've watched like the last couple of games and I don't feel like he's playing brilliantly as such. He gets the odd goal here.
90 minutes, you get the full picture. That's one of the things we do here on Top 4 FPL, that fancy Premier League games. We watch the full 90 minutes. We watch the players. We watch their composure. It's not just about their points. If you look at their points, you see that, okay, they may have scored, but their body language is all wrong. So that kind of is an indicator. And XDR and GPS and all those statistics that we don't talk about on this show because there's other shows that you can watch that for. They don't show you that. Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, well, I mean, apart from Haaland, they're only human, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? So,
And so the other thing you guys were saying, Salah would be good this week to captain this week. I believe Darwin's going to start on Tuesday. He has to, because also I think Jota went off on a stretcher. Yeah, Jota's being injured. He came off on a stretcher.
I think it's a muscle injury, which is bad.
Yeah. This is time for Darwin to make his statement in the league against West Ham this week.
Yes,
I agree. Did you guys hear the Liverpool supporters today? I've never heard them so crazy.
You've never been to Anfield.
If I was playing on that pitch against Liverpool, I'd need a nappy.
That was a must-win for Liverpool today. I'm happy for them.
It's not a myth that a lot of people say that going to Anfield, the atmosphere is a myth. It's not, especially we went to the Man City one, the almost season, where we won 3-2. Oh my God, they almost brought down the house. Yeah. When Coutinho scored the winner, the stand was coming down. It was coming down. No, it's nothing like it.
Anfield when it's rocking, it's rocking. And that's why I said last week, if the crowd will be, it's Man City. When Man City, it starts before the game, when the coach, and as soon as that game starts, all the gloves are off, and they were. So,
the last time I ever heard a crowd like that was in the Besiktas games. I've never ever seen a crowd like Besiktas supporters, and I think we matched it. That was bloody loud.
But I mean, if you care to look at a lot of the blogs about loudest stadiums, 10 loudest stadiums, those lists, Liverpool are always in the top 10, and usually Galatasaray, Besiktas, I don't know, Turkish teams, I think about 3 of them are in there, typically. Yeah, Liverpool always in there. Always.
Ironically, the season that Liverpool beat Besiktas, they beat them 8-0 in the return?
Yeah.
In the first game in Istanbul, I was there, and the Besiktas crowd, I think the Liverpool supporters would say, I think they're louder than us.
Yeah. I mean, like in the continental stadiums and the Turkish stadiums, obviously they still do like flares and like drums and they have instruments and they throw stuff. If they do that in the English stadium, you'll probably be thrown out. There wouldn't be any supporters left in there.
Anyway, I think next week we look forward to watching all the games. Come and join us. That's the link right there. Click on it, join, and we'll see you next week.
Join our league, but not if you're ahead of us in points.
Next episode drops on Friday afternoon, so we'll see you again then.
Comment and likes.